Recording. Yeah, right. Everybody, good morning. Happy Alien Day. Or I'm going to do something off camera. Get this all ready. Wait, sorry. This way. Go this way. Oh, I'm broadcasting, right? Can people see me? I'm just double checking because I'm so new to this YouTube live stream thing. Making sure things are working. Hello, hello. Is everybody here? It says stop streaming in broadcast. No. It appears to be working. Everybody, welcome. Happy Alien Day. um, welcome. Oh, they can see. Can't see your hat. There it is. Hey, Becky, what's up? How you doing? Oh, looks and sounds good. Fantastic. Happy Alien Day, everybody. I have my alien egg. Back when it is working. Wonderful, guys. Thank you so much. Today is the actual date is 4/26, and people ask me why Alien Day 4/26. That's because that is the number designation of the planet that they found the alien on. It's LV 426, which is people just kind of took that up on themselves to make it Alien Day. Happy Alien Day to you. Oh, it says Star, my first time on YouTube with you. Oh, fantastic, Star. Welcome. Guys, there's the alien egg. And again, you just got to be careful. You don't want to get too close to these things. It's like, whoa, whoa, ah. Anyway, if you guys do not know, if people are new to my YouTube channel, I have a video on how I went about making this egg. And the one thing I kind of overlooked, I'll be honest, the video I made was more of a, just a little documentation of me making this egg. It wasn't so much of a tutorial on how to make it. I kind of was rushing to get it done. So I cut some corners to get the video done. But the rubber skin, the alien membrane on there, people have been asking me how I did that. So today, on Alien Day, I'm going to show you how I did this. So that's what we're going to do today. So again, that's what we'll be doing today. You guys want to see the egg? Oop, get in there, get in there. Okay. So I'm going to do that today. But before we do that, I want to talk about Alien, the movie. I saw this when I was about 16 years old, and it was so inspiring and just groundbreaking because you got to understand, people, we never saw anything like that ever in movies. The idea of making horror in space and a thriller, and also with a production value, because most movies that were sci-fi were kind of relatively low budget. But anyway, so let's talk about that. Let me take my alien egg out for a minute. So, back in the old days, in the 70s, they would take pre-existing things, making props and stuff. So my friend, props to history, we kind of hit it off together, and he came by, and we, of course, you guys watched earlier, I made an alien tracker, and here it is. This is the alien tracker from the first film. Now, again, this is a replica of the alien tracker, and this was to give you an idea of how they threw things together. The funny thing is, I saw the actual prop. There's a gentleman by the name of Bob Burns. Bob Burns, if you guys say, who is Bob Burns? Google it. Bob Burns was a bit of a historian, but he loves movies, and he worked in the industry for years, working on low-budget movies. And he just became a guy that people would give props to, and over the years, because people, when films were over, they would just throw props away, and they get discarded, or get broken, or go in a warehouse never to be seen again. And so Bob started getting things people had, and they would just start giving to him to collect. So Bob Burns had one of these, and I got to pick it up and see it for the first time. And I'll be honest with you, it looked like garbage. It was like, oh my God, it's just, what I think was so great is they look good on film. And that was how things were built back then, is to make it look good on film. And when you see this very quickly in the background, when walking around, it's great. But if you ever stop and look at it, it's a bunch of just junk they went ahead and they got little chess pieces, lights and things, and glue. This is actually a drain. Again, this isn't done in the 70s in England, so this was actually a drain cover in England. The little speaker grids, these knobs are from sound stereo, adjusting stereo speakers, all kinds of just junk. And he went to the trouble and found all this stuff to make this. And so, of course, he made this for me, gave it to me, and in return, I gave him a space helmet. If you guys want to check that out, it's Props to History. You can follow him on Instagram, here on YouTube, Twitter, all that is Props to History. I think he posted a picture of him in the space helmet that I gave him, which I was working on a pattern to make that as something I can sell, but I'm waiting for the visors to come back in stock. But anyway, but that is it. But look at this. This is, and also too, this is ice cube tray. That's my favorite right here. The ice cube tray on the side. And again, trying to find this was next to impossible. The ice cube tray, to reproduce this, it was from an old tray from the 70s, and it turned out that somebody just took one and figured it out and 3D printed it and scanned it and cleaned up and made a model of one. So they couldn't find one, so they just reproduced it from photographs of the original. But yeah, this is also, there's a couple things missing I still have to put on. Again, I just got busy with other things. Set that over here for now. And of course, being a big fan of Alien, I've done some YouTube videos on that. So I, of course, went out and bought one of the rubber Alien face huggers. This is the one from Alien Covenant, which I'm not a fan of that movie at all. Like, it's just a remake of the first film, and it was bad. Props in History was a great clip about props in history. Yeah, right? He did a great job on that. Please subscribe to his channel because he's got tons of stuff coming. He's really got some great stuff. Oh, I was so excited to see you in the Alien Egg in person back in, oh, that's right, Dragon Con. That was my first Dragon Con, and I built that costume just for Dragon Con. I was like, I gotta do something that's comfortable, that can scare people, and it's when it came with the Alien Egg idea, it was such a big hit. It was a lot of fun. That was my first Dragon Con. I hope to get back there again someday, but what stops me from going, it's so damn expensive. And I will probably go again eventually, but I'm going to talk to my friends, and we're probably all do it together to cut the cost down, so we can all just rent a room together and just, you know. Oh, hello from Scotland. Hi, Scotland. Field Walker Mask. Hey, Scotland. If you would like to have me at your local con in Scotland, what I recommend is tell all your friends in Scotland to get a petition together and write to them and say, we would love to have Evil Ted in Scotland. Because I would love to go, because my wife, if I'm going to Scotland, my wife's coming with me. She's like, woo, Scotland. Hi, Ted. We met at Anime Expo LA a couple of years ago. It was dressed as Brett, my partner. Almost, that's right. You had that beautiful spacesuit. Yes, I remember you exactly, sir. That was almost 3 years ago now. Yeah, so. Hold on, I gotta turn my phone up for a second. Put it in sleep mode. Yes, I do. But anyway, I took this Alien Covenant thing and I repainted it. I did a YouTube video on this. So you guys want to pick one of these up? These are a little expensive now. I got them when they came out. They're pretty cheap. But it's cool because armature wire, you can bend it. And I bought a vinyl kit of the chest burster. Well, chest burster. Again, I have a complete video, guys. Again, please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, if that button is red, please hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends. Yeah, 3 years. That's it. Hey, the modifier. Happy Alien Day to you, sir. Surprise. Woo. To Dragon Con, inviting myself to Scotland. To Dragon Con, I'm not inviting myself to Scotland, though. And sleep on its floor. Hello from Nova Scotia, Canada. Oh, Nova Scotia, Canada. Thanks for sharing your knowledge and passion. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out today. Alien Day. This is my chest burster. Again, everybody, I made a video. This is a vinyl kit I bought, and it had a vinyl tail on it. And the vinyl tail was really kind of cumbersome and weird and straight. So I foam fabricated a tail, and you guys can see that video. I have a great video on this step-by-step how to do this. And of course, my last but not least, is the M41A pulse rifle. I am on the. This is on the list. I'm going to. Hey, hello, Puerto Rico. Hello, Puerto Rico. Thank you. This M41A pulse rifle. I have patterns for all these in my shop. I have the flamethrower as well, but the pulse rifle, I love this, but I need to remake it, and I'm going to. It's on my list, but I realize I have a bunch of things I have to finish. I'm doing a revolver right now, a hand cannon. I'm editing the Battle Sister helmet right now, and then once that's wrapped up, I'm going to jump on this. So I have to delegate things, and I'm also painting these helmets for a commission I'm doing. So a lot is going on all at the same time. But I realized today was Alien Day, so I'm going to pop on and do a little shout out. And also, we're going to do some tutorial stuff today, guys. We're going to be doing the alien skin. We might just move on to that really quickly here. But again, guys, I have a video on these, the pulse rifle and the patterns. If you guys are new to my channel, again, please hit that subscribe button. If anybody's new here and that button's red, please subscribe and tell your friends. You know, the great way you guys can support is I have a Teespring store. If you guys look below the video, I have the links for all my merch. I have t-shirts. Eventually, I'm going to be having some new stuff added. I'm working on it right now, but right now we have a whole line of shirts that you guys can pick up. Okay, so anyway. And for you people here in the U.S., click on my Amazon link. If you do any shopping through Amazon, it can be cosplay related or not, just buying gifts for friends for the holidays. Click on my Amazon link and do that shopping. When you click on the Amazon link, it takes you to your account, and I get kickback with no extra cost to you, which helps me a lot too as well. So that's great. Please do that. So what we're going to do, let me clear this table off, get this ready real quick, show you guys what we're going to do today. Picking stuff up. All right. This membrane, this skin that people really liked. When I made the video on this egg, I didn't really go into. I kind of built the egg, show the shape of it, but I didn't really get into how I did this skin texture. And I learned this from doing the monster stuff. They called it chunks of flesh. There's all kinds of nicknames. Do you ever make a video? Did you ever make a video of your awesome sister battle helm? Yes, I'm editing that right now. That actually pattern is not mine. That's a middle of mine, but I did a video on that build. Oh, it says happy Valentine and hello, lovers of sci-fi terror movies. You guys happy Alien Day. Let's see. David Witali. Wayland David Wayland. Oh. Sorry, I'm sipping my coffee. So this membrane skin, I'm going to show you guys how I did this. So if you guys are ready, let's get down to it, shall we? Stay. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm so professional. Hey, Buck Rogers. Can't wait. Happy Alien Day, guys. Here we go. All right. Make sure my overhead camera is working. There you go. Okay. Let's clean up this mess a little bit here. Hold on, guys. I'm going to switch the camera around, guys, so I can see what's happening. So I move the microphones. You guys can hear me. Check, check, check. All right. Get all our stuff together. You guys ready? Let's do this. Let me get an apron, because I know me. I'm using rubber latex, and I'll get stuff on my clothes. Let me get my apron real quick, because I'll trash my clothes. Way back in the days, my friend Holly Conrad, she always had like nice clothes, and she would go, and she'd be working. I got stuff on my shirt, or I got stuff on my pants. I'm like, Holly, put an apron on. Like, well, I get working. I don't want to feel like I don't want to change my work clothes. I'm like, I know, I don't either. That's why I put an apron on. So if people are like me and don't have work clothes, you just have your clothes. Prevent them from being damaged. Get yourself an apron. It's a lifesaver. Okay, here we go. Overhead. So we have a clean surface. I'm using a piece of Centra plastic. What you want to do is you want to have a smooth surface, okay? Because I got some rubber latex right here, and I put a little bit of a green. I have some Nova color, but you don't have to be Nova. Let's turn this light off. Yeah, it's much better. This green acrylic paint will work fine. So, open our jar. I got some rubber latex. I pigmented green. I got a chip brush right here. I'm going to take the latex. We're going to brush it out very thinly. Hold on. Let me adjust this camera a little bit more. Sorry, guys. All right. We're going to take some latex. I'm going to brush it on this plastic just like this. Now, I'm going to do one thin coat. It's kind of like painting. I'm going to go one direction. I'm just going to do this right now. Just one direction. I know the video is kind of hard to see, guys. It's white. It's blowing everything out. I should have got a darker piece of plastic, but anyway, you get the idea. So. Now, there's a technique, and the reason I'm going one direction, like painting, because we're going to do two coats. So to guarantee the coverage, we're going to go back again the other direction. So we're just going to do this first. Now this is how we're going to make our alien membrane on the egg. I learned this trick when I used to work in the movie business, creature effects. This always came in handy when you just needed random, like when we had like somebody would pull their arm or leg off, or you needed like a limb and you need some chunks of flesh hanging, little tendrils, or you wanted something to pull away. Like if you had a fake arm or a fake hand and you wanted to have that illusion that you're pulling flesh off, you would make this stuff and you would put it between, you'd super glue it to the joints, and so when you pull it would stretch and tear. I'll give you a demonstration once we're done here. I'll show you guys how it worked. But this is how I learned all this stuff. All right, that's our first coat. Now to speed things up, we're gonna use a hairdryer. All right, guys, let me catch up with chat. Just started to wear my apron, sewing. It's now covered with thread and fuzz. Noomies, space aid products for making skin for an alien egg. Right, that's what I'm doing. Nurney, yeah, they call it nurnies. Yeah, nurnies, it's funny because that's a phrase in the, I learned the word nurnies in the model making world when you have a spaceship. The early days of Star Wars. Hey, Crazy Uncle Joe, welcome, what's up? Hey, really quickly, guys, anybody new here and that subscribe button is red, please hit that and please subscribe. Be awesome. Nurnies are what we call, when you have a spaceship model like the Millennium Falcon or the Star Destroyer, they build up the basic shapes and they would cast, and they'd have little model parts. And when you put the model parts on the ship, we call that nurnies. Anything that was going on a ship, little details on things, we just call them nurnies. And I like that the makeup industry embraced it as well too and called them nurnies. It's just texture and things you add. Real makers make their own aprons. Yeah, no, I'm cheap. I buy mine. You know, I want to do is I want to get aprons. I want to sell aprons with my logo on it, and I haven't found a place that does it reasonably. I think they're really expensive to have them embroidered. So. I was Madam Cody says, I had no idea you were doing this today, but I so happen to be wearing my Evil Ted t-shirt today. Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of a surprise. There we go. It's drying. Yeah, it's dry enough. Okay. This real quick. Okay, you can see our first layer is dried, and we went this direction. Now, we're going to take our brush and brush very thinly in the other direction. And what that does, it just helps us guarantee a nice thin coat, right? So with that, again, it doesn't have to be heavy, just pretty thin, just a thin coat. You know what I should do? Hold on, guys. Let me add a little bit of, thin this down a little bit. There you go. What I'm using is this is our natural 60 rubber. It's vulcanized rubber, and it's really durable. So you guys don't have to use what I'm using. You can just use rubber latex, works fine. But I didn't have any rubber latex, but I do have the our natural 60 rubber, which is I use for like coating things that needs to be really durable. The cool thing with vulcanized rubber is that you can thin it down with distilled water. And I realized I should have done this before we streamed, but it'll make it a lot easier to go on. So, but anyway, I'm just thinning this down just a little bit so we can finish our brush coat. Oh yeah, I had one. He did. He made me a really nice embroidered apron, and I had it for a while, and I trashed it. It just got so much crap over it that I'm like, nah, like. I felt bad because I didn't want to get rid of the apron, but I couldn't. It was just with so much stuff on it because I was using it like an apron. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead, back overhead. All right. There we go. There we go. Thin coat, super thin. All right. There it is. We got our second coat. Now, what I have to do is set this outside and let this dry for at least an hour or so. Make sure, in order for this to work, it has to be really, really dry. So let's go do that. All right, guys. Of course, like a cooking show, I did one earlier, so there's one already dry. I'm going to use. Okay. Get the stuff off my fingers. Voila, dry. Now, let's get a little closer. Oops, sorry, focus. 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 Why is it not focusing? There we go, okay. Stop, focus. It is freaking out. Do I need more light on this one? Let's do that. Does that help at all? Not really. Here. Man, just does not want to focus on green for some reason. Okay. Hold on, guys. Let's do a take two on that real quick. All right, focus. There it goes. Now this is focus. What is going on with this camera? All right, got it. Now that it's dry, our technique here. Boy, that camera does not like the green. Let's bring this up a little bit. I think maybe that's probably what it is. It's freaking out on that green. Oh, you know why? It looks like that chroma key green that... Man, it is freaking out, this camera. All right. Now that it's dry, what we're going to do is we're going to take our fingers and start rolling up on it like this. Making little holes. And there's thin spots. You just kind of do this. And it's so funny because I'm doing it. It seems pretty thick. Maybe I could have got away with just doing one coat. But you just want to create this illusion, right? So you just roll this up like this. Now, this is the kind of the thing is that latex sticks to itself really, really well. So you just get going on it, it'll start pulling up. And that's pretty much what we're doing right now. I'm just going to do this. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Really quickly, while I'm rolling up latex, I can catch up with chat. Hey, everybody, really quickly, if you guys are new here, if anybody has any questions, that is satisfying, right, Becky? If anybody has any questions, by all means, please, it's the greatest time to do it. Also today, I'm going to be later on, I'm going to be shooting a video today. I'm going to start doing some con announcements. I'll record and put up on YouTube later today. But I want to talk about right now is I'm going to be at Washington State Summer Con. I've been posting about that, which is awesome. I'm so happy. This will be my first time going. And they invited me to say, hey, we'd love to have you come. And it was nice because they said that they were asking around and people were telling them about me. And I said, you should bring Ted as a guest. And they said, after looking at your work and your history, we'd love to have you as a guest. You seem like a very interesting fellow. And I thought, that's great. I like the fact that they actually looked me up. And people were actually preaching about me and talking about having me at a convention. And that's how it works. So people always write to me and say, hey, we'd love to have you. Will you please come to my convention? And I was like, well, how it works, you guys got to let them know that you want me there, because cons really don't, I always think there's two types of people. There's makers and non-makers. And people that run conventions and do things like that are not really makers. So, but the cosplay community knows who I am. So the best thing to do is let them know about me so you guys can invite me to a convention. Oh, somebody said Stay at Foam Dad Creation says, I had no idea that your birthday's Alien Day. Oh, wait, Laura, you going to be there? You going to be at SummerCon? That's awesome. Nice. Well done. I know my friend Eric, Core Geek's going to be there. Allison Tabitha, who I met this year at Florida. She's an amazing maker. And I think she's not really she does a lot of local cons, but she's starting to branch out and do other cons, which is great. I'm thinking this, that they're starting to bring her out, which I think is great. If you guys don't know who Allison Tabitha is, she's an amazing maker. Does great. She's mostly known for her makeup, but then her makeup's impressive, but she doesn't stop there. She makes costumes and everything, so it's going to be pretty impressive. Wow, this is really tedious. So, you guys where I'm at so far? Oh my God, focus. What is going on with this camera today? Focus. Man, it's really weird. Hold on. See, it focuses on that. It's this green. This is white. Yeah, see? It's freaking out. Oh, let's bring it up a little higher. All right. But you keep going and get as much as you can. I'm going to try to do this whole sheet real quick. Get as many holes. Okay, guys. Anyway, since we're working and pulling rubber latex, the movie Alien was interesting because I was reading a lot. I, of course, watched tons of documentaries and stories behind the making of this film. And the thing was so funny was it was originally the studios, due to the success of Star Wars it changed the model of how Hollywood made movies. They were like, oh crap, well, they were going to do Alien, and as they were in production, they realized they're trying. I think it was like Glenn Close or Meryl Streep. I forgot who they're having people audition, these big actors, for this movie. Well, we got to have a name, but Star Wars came out, and people were like, the studios were like, God, this thing is a smash hit. It's sci-fi, and there's no names in it. And he's absolutely right. You don't need names. You just need good actors. You don't need names for a movie. So they're like, well, let's hire some no names. And so they got Ridley Scott on. And when Ridley Scott got signed on, it was a $4 million movie. That was originally the budget they had slated. And again, guys, $4 million back in the 70s wasn't cheap, but it wasn't a lot either for what they wanted to do. So when they, but that was their budget. And then when they brought Ridley Scott on board, he got the script, he loved it, so he showed up with storyboards. So he literally had the whole first opening scenes of the movie storyboarded. He drew them himself, and came in and started pitching. He goes, yeah, I like the script, and here's what I want to do. And he had all these storyboards and production drawings ahead of time, where the studio was like, holy crap. It got them excited, and they realized, based on his boards, that they could probably get a little bit more money. So they end up taking the $4 million movie up to $8 million. So that movie went from a $4 million film to an $8 million budget movie. And yeah, so that's, and then they went into production, which was like just a roller coaster. And of course, it was all shot in England because Ridley Scott's based out of London. So it was all Pinewood Studios, and everybody was just cranking this thing out. And I never forget when they were the studio guys, when they were in production and shooting stuff, they freaked out when they saw the alien egg chamber with the giant alien egg, the big alien, the pilot in the chair with the alien, and they were freaking out, like, what? You built this whole thing and it's only one scene. And he's like, well, it's a pivotal scene. It's a part of the story. So, considering obtaining or renting my own embossing machine to make my own super nifty neato aprons of exceptional cleverness. You could customize and hold the tools you use them the most. Yeah, so I do right here. It's so funny. I do this, and I always keep grabbing pins off my desk, keep forgetting I have them. I got to condition myself to grab stuff out of my apron because I have all these pins piled up, and I keep forgetting. I grab them and then put them back in my jacket. So it's this thing of getting a habit to use things when I have them all the time. Oh, summer is cool because if you have a military theme cosplay, the Army always there a lot with vehicles and things to let the cosplayers do photos and around. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have I know I don't I have my alien stuff, my weapons and things. I don't know if I really have any military cool costumes to be wearing. I don't think it's so funny is I'm always impressed by cosplayers that have these, like, when you go to the convention, they'll have like this, like, they'll show their banner, like, here's me on day, Friday and Saturday, they'll have different outfits. They'll show the days they'll be dressed up at. And I have 3 Foot Lockers, and that just brings all the stuff that I have to put on display. I can't, like, there's no room for me to bring a costume. So I'm thinking about buying a bigger suitcase so I can have like a smaller costume I can kind of pack. So I can have like a costume to wear on one of the days. Like I'll dress up on, like, be myself on Friday and then dress on Saturday. Oh, I meant for SummerCon. I got it. All right, guys. I'm almost get these holes going here. Man, there's a lot of holes. See, this is why I wanted to do. I did this latex sheet the night before, because in order for this to work, it has to be really dry. So if I was trying to use the one I made today, it would be a kind of a trick. Oh, come on. Oh, it's me. I'm making that noise. What is that noise? That's me. Hold on, guys. But again, guys, that's right. I'll be at SummerCon, Washington State SummerCon with some friends. That's going to be great. My friend Eric Corgeek, I think, because he's Seattle-based, so it's close to him, so he's going to go and come out as well. And he's also, he bought one of my helmets. I'm making one of the chrome visor helmets for him as well. This will be good. but I'm probably going to ship that to them when it's done. They're basically done. I just got to do a lot of painting and weathering on them next. That's my big task as well. All right, guys, I'm trying to do this as fast as possible so you guys can show you the effect. Okay. Stay at home Home Day celebrates your buddy. Oh, that's right. It's his birthday, guys. His birthday is Alien Day. He did not know that. Yeah, it's the in the movie, the planet that they find the alien life forms on is LV 426, and that is the of course today is 426. LV246. LV26. It's LV426. We're getting there. We're getting there. Ted, I know you meet a lot of people, but I am a guy who made the Wolverine with the hot spikes from Planet Comic. Oh, that's right. From the hot spikes from Planet Comic Con last year. Oh, that's right. That was Planet Comic. That was my first time going to Planet Comic Con. And thanks for coming by and visiting me. That's awesome. Also, a fellow St. Louisan. That's right. That's right. I'm originally born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, people. I didn't move out to California until 1989. I was roughly I think I was 24, and then I aged that year. I was 25. And it's funny because when I moved out here, I was under the impression that I started way too late, and I look back on that now, and I'm really glad I came out because there's something to be said about maturity and just being a little bit more savvy. As much as if I came out when I was any younger, I still would have stuck to it, but I just would have had some hard lessons on what my rate was and how much I should be making. And there's the whole thing of just, you got a lot of learning curves. And when you come out, I was just so happy to be working on movies. I didn't care. I was like, I practically would do it for free. I loved it. But after a while, you realize you gotta pay food and rent, So it's like, when it's just you can take some live in a small studio apartment, which I did. I lived in the Valley in a little single, like it was a 2-room, it was like a main room and it had 1 bedroom. So it was a main family room and a bedroom. And when I got there, I put my bed, I had a fold-out bed on the couch, which was my, of course, my bed in the main room, and then my bedroom was the studio. I turned my bedroom into a studio. And I learned really quickly from my friend Norma Cabrera. When I first moved in, first thing I did was got cardboard. I would just find cardboard boxes, and I covered the entire floor because it was carpeted. Everything was carpeted. So I did the entire floor. I covered it with cardboard from the door all the way there, and just put duct tape on all the seams between the cardboard. So because when I'm working in a shop, spill or knock things over or whatnot, it's no big deal because I had cardboard down. And so when I moved out, the carpet was perfect underneath it because I didn't would have destroyed it because all the stuff I was doing in that room. All right. All right, guys, we're almost there. Oh man, got something in my eye. So I recently moved to Kentucky from Oregon. I drove through St. Louis, and I got to see the arch close up. Love seeing it. Yeah. Did you go in it? It depends on what days it is. Sometimes a little crazier than others, but it's definitely something to see inside because it's the architecture and the way it's built. is really impressive. That when the architecture went into it, the guy designed it. But they just redid the entire the arch and the interior and the history behind it. Dicky Poo, he said, it's Alien Day. Right, it is Alien Day. All right. Okay, I think I got it, guys. All right, here we go. All right, there it is. Got all the little holes torn into it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to peel this off. And what we have to do is talcum powder. I have some baby powder and a brush. And what you do is you want to powder everything up first, because when you peel it off, if you don't do this, it'll just stick together, become a giant ball of rubber. So, yeah, babe.
They're asking you to change the view because they can't see your hands.
Well,
They can't see what you're working on. They can only see your face.
I know, but I just changed it, babe.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It's just, there's a bit of a delay, so. There it is, guys. Okay, well, actually, let me do a take two on that real quick here. All right, there it is. All the holes are done. It's all opened up. Now, what you have to do, if you try to peel this up, it'll stick to itself and turn into a giant ball of rubber. You don't want that to happen. So we have some baby powder, talcum powder, baby powder, and you want to just brush the whole thing on all the rubber. Make sure you make a very, very thin layer over the whole thing. Especially the latex that's exposed, right? What this does, it prevents the latex from sticking to itself. So when you peel this off, you'll keep your little your holes, your membrane things, right? There we go. All right. I know it's so blown out. It's ridiculous. All right, now see, what we do is we have enough of this powder on here. So I'm going to start to lift this up a little bit. Let me turn this so you guys can actually see what's going on here. I'm lifting it up so I can get the powder underneath it too as well. See? Kind of go like this. And it's the baby powder starting to get underneath these pieces here. Since you have holes, take advantage of those holes and just start making the powder underneath it as well, because that helps get all the stuff. So, just like that. So you guys can kind of see the rubber monster skin here happening, the membrane. That. All right. Here we go. Got this, got that. Oh, by the way, everybody, that was my wife. She was helping me. She was assisting. Are you watching me live, babe? Oh, she's gone. Okay. All right, now we have the powder on here. We're going to do this, and here we go. There we go. Okay. Ta-da. Now, take this off. This is the skin, see? And again, this is just skin right now, but if you were to put this on something, I have a little piece of scrap foam right here. Let's, for example, let me Get some super glue. Like that. Come on. Sorry guys, I think I might have to grab some new glue. But anyway, I think super glue is the best way to do this. But here, sorry, I'm messing my I'm gonna go like this, right? Like that. Hey Neil, Big Tuna Neil's here, guys. And guys, Lydia Emily on that is my wife. She was the helpful, my helpful person. All right, guys, really quickly. All right, so you've got some super glue going here. Oops. Not to glue your fingers, but once you get that started, right, you can take the latex and kind of pull it like this and start stretching your latex to your, you know, where you want to put it. Like, for example, let's glue a spot. Sorry guys. Kind of pull it, hold it like that, see? It sticks like that. And kind of brush it like pull over here. There you go, like that, pull it there, stretch. And so you just keep going like this. There you go. Just pull some, let's put some glue here. There you go. Stick. That right here. Just this camera. There we go. That's better. All right. There you go. You get the idea, right? There's the membrane on the skin. Just go. Just do one more super glue dab right here. All right. Perfect. Pull a little tight. Stick it down. Okay, now that's done. Let's go ahead and take the scissors and trim off some excess here. Like that. Yeah. Yeah. There. Got it. Again, now, there's your membrane skin right there, but we're not done yet. But for example, I was talking earlier, we used to do this in the makeup stuff. Like if you had a fake arm or a hand and you want to tear somebody's hand off, you would have this glued to the other guy's hand. And this would be all red and you would cover it with blood. So when you go to pull it away, it'd be like this. And you get that ripping technique, like you were tearing something off. So to create that effect, like you're tearing something away, was another great thing. I worked in a movie and we had a severed head and we glued this to the stump and glued this to the head. And then when you put red and blood, you just go, it would all eventually tear away. So Fun effect. Okay, so now that we have this on here, look, I want to take this time out. Hi, everybody. And again, thanks my lovely wife, Lydia Emily, for here and joining us today. Happy Alien Day. My wife's like, what are you doing today, Ted? It's Happy Alien Day. Hi, baby. She puts up with this stuff, guys. She didn't know this was going to happen today, so I woke up this morning and said, hey, I'm going to do Alien Day really quick. So, babe, thank you so much for hanging out and chat. So, really quickly, let's get back to what we're going to do. Oh, Becky's, I got to drive to... Okay, bye, Becky. See ya. Anyway. Oh, guys, this Mod Pod, I got to open it real quick. When you can't get them off, heat it up. There it goes. Jeez, I think it was glued on there. All right. Man, yeah, it was really stuck on there. All right, let's get all this crap off. Okay. All right. Now I get the membrane to help seal it. I got some Mod Podge here. I'm going to take a brush, dab it in here, my chip brush, and it's going to go over it like this. And what that does, this helps kind of, yeah, you super glued majority of it, but you want to help it stick down a little bit better. Come back in with Mod Podge. It's cool because it'll dry clear. So I just kind of go through here like this. Do a thin layer. Oh, somebody came in earlier and asked about to get this effect with a rubber latex. I brushed it onto a piece of Cintra, Cintra, like a piece of styrene, something smooth. You guys can use glass if you don't need like a glass surface. You just want to be able to brush onto a smooth, clean surface, so it can peel it right back up again. Plastic works pretty well. It's just nothing with texture because latex will have a tendency to stick. So, anyway. All right. Get all really worked in. Okay. Now we're gonna get the hair dryer, speed up a little bit. Let's get some drying. The Mod Podge layer, no doubt. But yeah, it's when I was doing the alien egg costume, it was on there, but I knew the super glue might pull it and it would come off. So I wanted to make sure it's something that would guarantee it to stick really well. And you put a thin layer of Mod Podge, it makes all this stuff stick down. So kind of puts a little seal on it. All right. I think it's about as dry as it's going to get, really. So, it's all right. So, anyway. Yep. See, there it is. You can still see some spots here, but it's drying up. You get the effect. But that's pretty much what happens. Now, once it dries, you can go back in and paint it, over. But when I was making my alien egg thing, my egg was already a base of green color, and then I did another green on top of it, but then I did different highlights and different washes on it to create the effect. So you guys can kind of see it here. Raise this camera up a little bit. There you go. So you guys can see the effect here. That's how the egg was already shaped up, but that membrane and everything on here is done. I did like different colors of washes on this. Not much of a painter, but if somebody who really paints, a really good painter can definitely bring this up and go back in and do some more highlights and colors on this. But this is pretty much how I did the skin. All right. Put the microphone back. Well, guys, that pretty much concludes today's Alien Day, everybody. Thank you. This was awesome. It was very, I know, kind of spontaneous when I put it all together. My sign in. But I love that movie, and there's other things I want to do that are based on Alien. So I have some things I'm finishing up, but I want to do on my list. So I want to do a Colonial Marine costume. I love the Colonial Marines, and I have the guns and the flamethrowers. The next step would be to do a costume. Just gotta figure out the time. I'm one of these. I know I speak not just for myself. I have so many projects I've started. I need to finish them before I start a new one. Can I see the technique you use for the Freddy Krueger style burn scars? I can see the technique using. Yeah, that's Freddy. I think they sculpted that look, but that's kind of like the technique, like the burnt skin thing. Yeah, it's kind of exactly what it looks like. Kind of the same creation. But anyway, woo! There it goes. Hi guys, everybody. Thank you so much today for hanging out on Alien Day. Please, everybody, tell your friends if they're new to YouTube. Jump over to my channel and subscribe while your eyes are at it. Don't forget to go to my website, eviltedsmith.com. We're at patterns. I have Amazon links. Really great way, guys, to help support me. If you, it's just click on my Amazon link, which will take you directly to your account. So any shopping you do after that, I get kickback for with no extra cost to you. That helps a lot. Shopping through Amazon, buying my patterns, telling your friends, subscribing, liking, and leaving comments below, guys. Everybody, if you like this video, please let me know. I have more stuff coming. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out today. Let's wrap this up. Happy Alien. Go out and do something alien, I guess, today. Thanks, guys. Catch you back next time right here on the Evil Ted channel.